Every morning before dawn, thousands of pounds of fresh seafood are offloaded from boats at the largest auction of its kind in the country. At the Honolulu Fish Auction, the higher the quality of the catch, the better the price. With some ahi tuna going for as much as $1,000 each.
90, 80, 70, 60, 40, 30, 40, 10, 9.
Their catch ends up at restaurants and seafood counters across the country, from Whole Foods and Costco to Roy's.
So we're trying to deliver the best possible product. These guys risk their lives to go catch these fish.
But an AP investigation has found that the undocumented foreign fishermen who catch those fish earn very little money and are confined to their American-owned boats for years at a time. While not all boats suffer from poor conditions, AP found instances of human trafficking, active tuberculosis, and low food supplies.
Most of the fish caught and sold in Hawaii is done by the use of exploiting migrant workers in what looks to be a human trafficking scheme that's legitimized by our own laws.
About 700 men work in this unique U.S. fleet without visas. A federal loophole allows undocumented fishermen to work on the Hawaii fleet as long as they remain confined to their boats. They have no wage protection and little legal recourse. Some only make 70 cents an hour, working up to 22 hours a day. Most come from impoverished Southeast Asian and Pacific nations like these fishermen from Indonesia.
The worst one was the last boat I was in because we didn't take a bath for 1 week, and it was really difficult to get time to go to the toilet.
Even when the boats are in port in Hawaii, the men are not permitted to go ashore. Instead, captains are required to keep their passports with approval from federal agents. These Indonesian men escaped when their boat docked in San Francisco and were granted visas designated specifically for victims of human trafficking.
Merasa kurang dimanusiakan.
So I felt that I was not human.
Yeah.
They chose not to show their faces, but through an interpreter, claimed their wages were not only unfair, but that the work was unsafe.
I have seen a lot of accidents amongst friends.
Yang nggak ada satupun dibawa ke rumah sakit atau ke dokter.
And the captain did not bring any of them to the doctor.
Kemungkinan saya akan meninggal.
Because if I keep on staying in that boat, I think I will die.
U.S. Customs and Border Protection does periodically inspect the fishing boats when docked in U.S. ports.
Launch the boat.
And the U.S. Coast Guard routinely boards the vessels at sea.
I personally ask the crew for their welfare and if they're being treated correctly, they're getting paid.
While the agencies can make sure the fishermen are getting paid something, they have no authority over the amount paid. This fisherman says he nearly died earlier this year when his boat sank off the coast of Hawaii. Others have been killed, falling overboard, or in knife fights.
Because we want to make a living for our family, children, and our future. So we have to face it.
A spokesperson for the National Fisheries Institute, which represents about 75% of the U.S. seafood industry, told the AP mistreatment of workers and failure to provide for basic safety and hygiene is unacceptable. And, regardless of workplace exemptions, is illegal. Costco said it was investigating the issue. Whole Foods said only 1% of their seafood comes from Hawaii, and that they've been assured boat crews are well paid with bonuses and health insurance. Roy's didn't respond to a request for comment. Hawaii lawmakers have attempted to pass federal legislation to allow foreign fishing crews to enter the country on temporary visas. But so far, those efforts have been unsuccessful. Haven Daily, Associated Press, Honolulu.